Joining me now for their opinions on the city's projected budget deficit are J.W. August, managing editor of KGTV 10 News, and David Rolland, editor of San Diego City Beat. Well, you heard what Katie said, gentlemen. How are the council members, let me start with you, J.W., reacting to the budget deficit?
I think they're doing the same smoke and mirrors things they've done for years. Nobody wants to really come out and even though Carl DeMaio has said some we have to have some strong medicine to deal with the problems we have. We have to remember these problems go back years and years. It just suddenly didn't arise.
Well, that's what I was thinking. It couldn't have been much of a surprise for them.
I think they've known it's been coming for a long, long time. But wanting to deal with it is another issue. Okay,
so what is their job now that we know pretty much what the shortfall is going to be?
Well, I guess I have a little bit more sympathy for the current crop of council members because all they can do is cut services. And the way they tell the story is that they've already cut, that we've cut as much as we possibly can. They're talking about cutting a quarter of every budget, every department budget across the city. And there are some departments that simply cannot withstand a cut like that. Well, like Ben Weso was saying, just for example, he was saying this week when they were having their budget hearing that code compliance, the people that make sure everybody's following land use rules and that sort of thing, he said they might as well just just fold that department because they just simply can't withstand that kind of cut.
Yeah, but what we're hearing is that favorite phrase, JW, the everything's on the table. So everything is on the table, isn't it?
I think this time it is. I mean, it's come home to roost. We're going to have to do something. There's no magic pots of gold anywhere. We're going to have to decide. I mean, I don't hear them talking about bankruptcy. That's one extreme. But I know there's there's potential for a lot of painful things to come for the citizens.
Well, you heard what Katie said. You know, even the police and fire departments could be on the line. So is this city council up to handling such a crisis, or is this too political thing for them to touch, or are they too soft to make the tough choices here?
Well, it gets political when you start talking about one side of the ledger. There are two things you can do in a crisis like this. You can stop spending money, or you can try to raise more money. The politics really comes in when you start talking about the revenue side of the ledger. There are a couple things they can do, as Katie was saying. It won't help the current situation, but if you plan for raising revenue, and there are a couple of choices. You can, as she was saying, you can raise money with new trash fees for certain residents, and you can also raise the stormwater fee that would simply pay for that program as much as it costs, and that would raise, I believe the number is $80 million you can raise going forward.
Well, we will see what they decide to do.